Hey guys, it is Tiffany DeYoung, my podcast, My Way. Today it's a different vibe. I think I'm feeling more, I can say, like really talking and being honest today about not only myself, but just situations that we go through in life. So, welcome today. Um, Today I'm going to be talking about dealing with aging. This is a subject that is kind of not really not really talked about a lot. I think seriously when it comes to women, just people in general. When you get older, it's like no one talks about anything. Everybody wants to keep in life and what you go through and what you experience like a secret. I am not afraid to talk about me and my experiences anymore. I used to be very, very shielded because it was like you never talk about what's actually going on in your life. You don't share too much about yourself. You don't talk about certain things. It's because you grew up with this stigma, like you don't tell your business. You don't tell the family business. By the way, I like to say, if this is your first time tuning in to me, this is it's Tiffany DeYoung, my podcast, My Way. I am an author. I am a book coach. I also am a magazine contributor. I also have a bakery. I am based in Detroit, Michigan. What's up? What up, though, to all my Detroit people? I also lived in Vegas for a time or two, so I am a Vegian too. What's up, guys? And this podcast is about things I want to talk about, things I feel like talking about, and just being able to release and just be me. I come up with topics that I think is pretty cool and that I just want to discuss, and I have no limits on it. So if you want, click subscribe. I hope you do. I hope you like this video and I hope you comment on it. So welcome. Let's get into episode 3 today, and it's going to be dealing with aging. So I'm going to first start off by saying I am 41 years old. I am. Wow. But when I turned 40, I noticed a big shift in everything. It's just like mentally you think a different way. Um, you physically feel a different way. And you have limits, man. It's just like, it's not like you was when you was in your 30s. And I'm so serious about that. I never thought that turning 40 would be so different. A lot of people have had different experiences turning 40. I'm 41 now. And I'm just like, I feel like I broke down. Like everything I do is a, even working out, it's just like, oh my goodness, how why does my body not move like it used to? Why do am I out of breath? Why am I sweating so much with the sweat, the heat? It is not right. It is not right. It is not fair. I really want to tell you that I literally have to have a fan on when I sleep, or I cannot sleep. I am hot all the time. And I feel like if I stand on my feet for 4 hours, my back is killing me. My feet hurt. What? Like what? What happened? What happens when you go from 39 to 40 and then 40 to 41? Let me tell you what happened. It hurts. You're hot. Like literally. I feel like my mind just operates in a different capacity than what it used to. I get irritated and I just don't deal with stuff. I just be like, yeah, no, that's not me. I'm not doing that. We're not doing that today. Take it somewhere else. It's like you care, but then you don't care. It's like you don't have any, sorry guys for messing up my hair. It's like you don't have nothing to give. You don't want to discuss it. You don't want to argue. You don't want to fight. You just want to just leave me alone. Let me have my peace. I try not to be as feisty as I have been. I still say some things, and I'm still working on being a good Christian, but I am human. I will snap back, and I got to work on that too. So I'm not going to act like I'm perfect because I'm not. But yes, it's just some things that you'll tolerate and some things that you won't. And I'm 41 and I'm there. I am sweating, hot flashes. I am feeling less energy, achy. I know we all gotta work on it. We gotta work on it. The holidays, as you can see, I still have some, I got some Christmas stuff going on. We about to get ready to celebrate, Christmas and stuff like that. And we eating all this food. I done gained some weight. But that's all right. We're gonna work on it. We're gonna work on it. But I still feel beautiful in my skin and I don't care what nobody's like. Okay. Okay, but so yeah, being 41 and aging is different. You see things differently. You take care of yourself in a different manner. Me, I've always been the type that like to dress up. Like I really like to dress up. I like to go all out. If I'm gonna go out and have a good time, I want to feel pretty. I want to be dressed up. I want to have my makeup done, nails done, hair done. I want my shirt, my shoes, my purse, and my belt to match. Everything has to be on and popping. Okay, so let me tell you that first of all. Oh, I didn't show you guys what I got on today. So I'm liking this little outfit that I'm working with. You know, I think it's pretty cool. My jewelry, I'm a jewelry girl. Um, I love all types of jewelry. You know, look at that. Okay, but yeah, I think as you get older, you want to feel a certain way. You want to feel mature, like you've learned things, like you're not still a kid. And I definitely don't feel like a kid. I feel like an adult. So, what you guys think? How do you feel about aging? Like, what do you feel like in your 50s? Like, your late 40s, please comment and let me know how you feel because right now, this vibe, it's a blue vibe. Yeah. I don't know if that even makes sense, but it's a blue vibe. Feeling like you're aging and it's like you're getting tired. But, I think there's a lot of things we can do to work on that. I mean, exercising, you know, drinking more water, no alcohol, no smoking, stuff like that. Things that we can do to correct, tiredness. But this hotness, I don't know what the heck that's all about. I think I skipped that part in health class. What about you, ladies? Because I didn't think when got to this age that I was gonna feel like that. Nope. But I am not married. I don't have any children. Um, I'm in currently in a I don't know what's going on type of relationship right now. But you definitely think about things you could have done differently, and you definitely think about what if in my 20s I would have thought about really having kids instead of, focusing on other things. Like for me, I was so determined to finish school because, I thought I was behind. After being sick for so long, you don't really think about anything. My friends graduated from college and I'm so behind. I should have already graduated, and I didn't graduate from college until like 2013. And I just always felt like I was behind, that I missed a lot of stuff. And truthfully, I was right where I was supposed to be when I was supposed to be there. And even though I focused on school, having a kid at the time and being married at that time wouldn't have worked because my mind frame wasn't in there. It was still like a adolescent's mind frame. Even though I graduated in my 20s, I was still trying to figure stuff out. I wasn't in that adult capacity mind. Remember, like I said, it was like going to sleep at 17 and waking up at 21. And I think I was always trying to play catch up. So focusing on children, and it wasn't what I was meant to do at that time. Yeah, I do want children. Yeah, I do want to get married. It's just like I'm not meeting people that's on that same level, or they have children already and they're not necessarily looking for more children. And that could be kind of difficult to deal with as you're aging. Having people that's ready to be in the same zone, on the same timeline as you. Not everybody is always, you know, on the same timeline. But you have to learn what's right for you and when it's right for you. But since I went through all the things I went through with um my my disability, with my sickness, like a lot of things lacked. A lot of things were behind. And okay, let me stop saying behind. It wasn't behind. Everything happened right on time, the way that God wanted it to happen. So let me stop saying that. I think I just felt like I was behind because I didn't have all the things that people normally my age would have. Like by now, 41, you would think that you will be married, at least had one marriage, and you have like two kids, at least two kids. That's how I see it. But it didn't happen that way with me. And dealing with different types of relationships, and learning how to not only love yourself but learning what it's like to love other people and really love them, not that fake love, like, oh, it's gonna be perfect, nothing's ever gonna go wrong, we're never gonna have a bad relationship, we're gonna get married and live happily ever after, have 2.5 kids. Nope. Relationships are hard work. And I can admit that because it's not easy. You got to learn how to deal with your attitude, their attitude, being introduced to their family, not being introduced to their family, feeling like you're good enough, you're not good enough, dealing with personalities and extremes over and over and over again. So, that being said, I think right now at my age, being 41, I am understanding me and who I am. And I know what I want better now than what I used to. And I'm sorry. Sorry. Got distracted. Don't do that. But I just think I'm learning now that everything that I thought was important before, it wasn't really important to me. It was just because I was taught from a young age that education was so important. It was first. You worried about education before you worried about being in a relationship and before you thought about getting married and, having kids. So that was what I strive for. But I think if I would have changed anything, it would have been to be in the right mindset and loving myself first and growing to know what I want for me and not what everybody else wants for me. I think that is something that I struggled with for a very long time after being sick. I needed everybody's approval. If I wasn't sure about something, I will always ask somebody, "What do you think about this? What if I did this?" And then if you let people tell you, "Oh, no, I don't think that's a good idea. I think you should focus on this, you focus on that," you'll find yourself being delayed in what you were called to do because God called you to do something specific, but you didn't do it because you listened to everybody else's opinion and everybody else's advice. And I think for me, that's a lot what happened. I depended on everybody to tell me what to do because I did it for so long after being sick. You know, I really, guys, I really had to learn all over again. I had to learn how to become independent again because I was very dependent after being sick for so long. I had no direction. I didn't know where to go. I was just leaning on other people to tell me what to do with my life. And, when you get closer to God and when you start to pray and you start to ask for discernment and guidance, that's when you start learning your way. And I think I had to really, 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 guys, I really had to learn this on my own. And I spend so much time trying to encourage other people to be happy within themselves and to be positive and make sure that they're always happy and positive to other people because you can't be a better you if you're being nasty and mean to other people. It's never going to work. It's never going to work. You're never going to be the person that you want to be if you're ugly to people, if you're stepping on other people to get what you want. Um, I just, I really think that in our lifetime, you know, we have to have a direction and we have to make sure that we include other people to, the right people in our circle to help us get to where we need to go because there's other people waiting for us to get to where God called us so that we can bless them because He blessed us to bless them so that we all can elevate and grow. We're supposed to be a community. We're supposed to love one another. We're supposed to help one another. And we are supposed to um, be here for each other as we're praying, as we're, going through life. So to me, I feel like dealing with the age thing, it's a lot of things that I feel like I wish would have happened differently, but it didn't. And it's nothing that I could have done before that I can't do now. That's what I'm saying. If you're just tuning in, I'm Tiffany D. Young. I'm the host of my podcast, My Way. And today we're just talking about dealing with aging. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you guys for checking me out. Every week, I'm trying to do something different, learning to just do things that I love, to be able to sit and talk to you guys and have you guys as my friends and chill and let you know what's going on. So if you have a chance, subscribe, like, and comment on this video about, dealing with age and aging. How do you feel about getting older? How do you feel about the age that you are now? What are you doing? What would you like to do different? Is there anything that you would like to talk about or you would like to talk about something with me? Make sure you comment, let me know. And you also can email me anything you want to say at Tita publishing@gmail.com. I will take all your questions in consideration, and we can, have a discussion after, that negative comments I won't respond to, but everybody has their thing. They have something that they want to say, and that's cool. But back to what I'm talking about. I think, in my family, sometimes talking about things and the things that you go through, it goes through is not particularly good for some people. Some people don't like to open up. Some people like to keep things very personal, very private. But I feel like I can't be a help to people if I don't talk about some of the things that helped me grow, some of the things that's given me, you know, just pointers in life. So I've been blessed to not only go through an illness, but make it, become an author, have my own publishing company, write for magazines, be interviewed, be open, and have a bakery, and to sit here with you guys to encourage you guys to do more, to be more, to don't give up, to be a helping hand when you can. Pay your tithes, because that's important. Make sure you pay your tithes. Find a church if you're following Jesus, and you want to start following Jesus, you know, it's important to have that higher power. It's important to have somebody you can talk to, you can guide on. I mean, who can guide you, who can lead you. And for me, learning life is just wow. It's different. It's different. It's growing up every age, every decade is different. Every decade is different. I think being 31 is so much different than being 41. I'm telling you, you have more energy. I feel like I don't have enough energy, but we're gonna work on that. But today, that's what was on my mind. Just dealing with being older and aging. I want to know how you guys feel. Please subscribe, comment, like this video, share with your friends and family. Um, And I look forward to talking to you guys again. Wow, 41. Y'all, I'll be 42 in 2026. Oh my gosh. But I feel like it's going to be a great year. I really do believe it's going to be a great year for you and for me. Let's all be positive. Let's give love. Be you, do you. Put a positive spin on just living life. Uh, Say something nice to somebody today. Tell them you love them. Be better than you was today than you were yesterday. I'll check you out next time. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.